All right, now this drink is
Wait.
the Royal Dutch.
You have that right in front of your face. Oh, there you go. Let's get the brand.
Product placement.
Yes.
On my first day. So this drink is the Royal Daiquiri that was created by Don The Beachcomber out in Los Angeles in the late 40s. Don, of course, opened the world's first Tiki bar in 1933 in Hollywood and created many of the Tiki or Polynesian tropical drinks that we still have to this day. The Zombie was his biggest and best known creation, and the Fog Cutter. And this now is just a play on the classic daiquiri, in which we have a 1 ounce here of your rum. Now I would use the Florida Caña here from Nicaragua because I found that it's the closest thing to the Havana Club, the 3-year-old Havana Club, which I prefer, but you know, we have an embargo against Cuba, so you cannot get that here. Maybe after El Jefe passes this mortal coil, we might be able to. It's an excellent rum, and the 3-year-old is actually the best one for making tropical or just cocktails with. The 8 is a little too. That's a sipping rum, and the 1 is. Why bother? Spend an extra $1. Get the 3-year-old. So we have that, and then somewhere or another over here we have lime juice that we've already pre-batched somewhere. What do I do with it? Oh, there it is. This is what we have pre-batched. The label fell off. That's why we didn't know. With lime juice, just to make lime juice and simple syrup, just to make life a little more efficient around here. So we put about 3/4 of an ounce of that in there. Keep that here. And then the secret ingredient in this cocktail is the Parfait Amour. Now, Parfait Amour is a French orange liqueur that is fermented with violets, and therefore it gives it almost a vanilla nose to this what would be Cointreau or orange curacao without it. But it's a fine liquor, and it was unavailable in the United States for about 30 years. And my friend Beach Bum Berry, did you see that color on that? It's a beautiful. It's actually almost a bluish purple, but when you mix it with the lime juice here, or the lemon juice and the stardust, it makes it a little more of a phosphorescent kind of blue. Beach Bum Berry had written about this and this drink in his very first grog log, in which he had been trying to find the original recipes for a lot of these tropical drinks back in the 80s and 90s, because most of them were lost and nobody knew how to make them, except of course for the original bartenders, who were mostly in the greater Los Angeles region or in Chicago, where a lot of these places had been. And they had little black books with the recipes for these drinks, but they were all by number, because bartenders didn't want, bar owners like Don and Trader Vic didn't want the competitors to know what was actually in a drink. It was kind of like reggae DJs in Jamaica in the 60s would steam the labels off the records so their competitors wouldn't know what records they were playing. It was the same deal. They would take the labels off and put a number on. So like cinnamon syrup was number 11, et cetera, down the line. I can't remember them all off the top of my head now. But so we have this in here, and we shake. Get a glass. This is where you do your edit. All right, so we have a glass. Rum. Parfait Amour. Lime juice, simple syrup. Voila, the Royal Daiquiri.
I want to show you where the cocktails are.
To garnish it with a lime.
Okay.
And here you go.
Drinks.
Votre Sante.
Royal Daiquiri.
All right.
Classic Daiquiri. And
Delicious and nutritious.
That's what we like to call the quality control.
Royal.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Don Beach, he knew what the hell he was doing.
Any other?
That's today's history lesson.
Yeah. You got to be more careful about product placement.
No, I know.
Actually, you know what you need. This one was like right in the middle of your nose.
I didn't tell the story about how Patrick Sullivan and I actually brought back Parfait Amour single-handedly to
Tell it.
the greater Boston area. Well, I had been obsessed with Parfait Amour for many years because it was one of those ingredients that was lost, that they had stopped making essentially in the 1960s. A lot of spirits and liquors sort of disappeared from the shelves. I remember talking to an old-timer at Cappy's who said, yeah, Parfait Amour, 1969, they took it out of the stores. That with the original Schlitz, it all went at the same time. So when we opened the B-Side Lounge back in 1998, we were going through the book with Patrick, and he found Parfait Amour from the liquor companies, liquor distributors here. I forget what, I think it was United that had it, but I said, it's unbelievable, we got to get it. And we ordered it, and it took 3 months. And I got it, and actually I didn't make him that drink. I made the Stardust, which was my remix of that cocktail, where I substituted lemon juice, and I made it a little different hue of blue. So that was the type of drink. You made one and you sold them to everybody or the bar. People would see it and go, oh my God, I want that. I want that Jetsons drink, people would say. And you'd make one, and the next thing you know, you're making 30 of it. So after that, all of a sudden I started seeing Parfait Amour showing up in liquor stores here, because people were obviously buying the drink at the B-side and going to liquor stores here in Cambridge and asking for it. And they all eventually got it, and then other bars started selling it as well. And now you get Parfait Amour in every bar in town. Well, every bar that has good cocktails, etc. And that's the story of that. Now, actually, there's other brands that make it now. It was just, I think Marie Brizard was the brand we could get here, but it was impossible to get for about 30 years. But we persisted. We kept ordering it, and it eventually showed up. And I made one of those, and Patrick Sullivan said, "I see $1 million in a glass," and essentially, yeah, we sold hundreds of thousands of them.
All right.
All right, I guess
Let's give them their bar back.